You are now watching Mugen TV.
Hey guys, it's Mugen here, and before I begin with the video, I just wanted to remind all of you to don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe button because it really helps out, especially if you enjoy my content that I upload. And don't forget to hit that bell as well to be notified to when I upload content. So, okay, let us get down into some gaming news involving Sega and Sonic Team. So, for those of you who are unaware, there was a Sega panel at SXSW 2018, and we were hit with quite a few surprises from Sega regarding Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, it looks like there was going to be some additional content coming to 2017 Sonic Mania, and it's called Sonic Mania Plus. Now, there's an article published by Polygon that gave insight on what to expect from this expanded title. Now, the game will of course become will be coming to the Nintendo Switch, the PS4, and the Xbox One this summer. But the funny thing that I find really interesting is that there's no mention of a PC version, but it's more than likely will pretty much be, I guess you could say, released much later, but we'll find out, I guess, during the summer. If you ever see a Steam release. So Sonic Mania Plus includes an all-new Encore mode, which allows you to explore each of the acts within the game. Now, there's no further detail, but it's stated to have some unspecified visual changes to the levels, which sounds quite interesting, so I can't wait to see what they're going to do with that. But what's more surprising and unexpected is that the game will include 2 new playable characters. Now, these characters are Mighty the Armadillo and Ray the Flying Squirrel. Now, if you aren't familiar with these characters, they both were featured in an arcade title called Sonic Arcade, which was never released here in the United States, so I don't blame you if you're not familiar with these characters, but if you're a hardcore Sonic fiend, you pretty much recognize these characters. And the game can only pretty much be found in Japan and other Asian countries. Now, the game had featured 3-player co-op competitive play where you must race your way through the levels in the many different zones filled with traps and pitfalls. And plus, the arcade title used a rollerball as a way to control the characters, which makes the game much more challenging. And I guess Sega figured it was pretty much the ideal way to play from the perspective in which the game was designed. So, here's where both Mighty and Ray made their first appearance. But sad to say, not much has been seen of Ray, but Mighty continued to pretty much been featured in other titles such as Knuckles Chaotix for the Sega 32X, which I regretfully never had the opportunity to play. But ever since that game was released, he later disappeared from the gaming spotlight for over a decade. So not much was ever seen of the character and much, in the Sonic universe. So it's pretty cool to see both of these characters return to the Sonic universe, and hopefully we will continue to see more from them in the near future. So that being said, it looks like the game will also have a 4-player competitive mode, and the great thing about this version of the game is the fact is that the game will receive a physical copy touch-up and a deluxe edition that has a reversible holographic slipcover that mimics the Sega Genesis box art and a 32-page art box or art book. So now, with all this information, we found out that it's going to be priced at $29.99, which isn't bad at all, especially that it's going to be packed with additional content to warrant the price. Not only that, Sega had also treated us to a 5-episode anime series called Sonic Mania Adventures that is expected to be coming soon. So Sega is really ringing in on the nostalgic factor, and I love it. And because classic Sonic is where it's at right now, until they figure out pretty much what they want to do with the modern based Sonic for this generation. But last but not least, Sega had hit us with another surprise, which is a teaser trailer that hinted at a new Sonic racing game called Super Sonic Racing. Now, I believe Sumo, the developers behind Sonic All-Star Racing, are working on this title. Now, I don't know why people are calling this a game Sonic R. Now, for those who aren't familiar with Sonic R, it was a 3D Sonic racing game for the Sega Saturn and later released on the PC and the Sonic collection on the GameCube. Now, most of the racers in that game didn't even use vehicles beside Eggman. So, it wouldn't make sense for this to be a sequel to Sonic R when the game teases pretty much a car in the trailer. So, if anything, the game will be based after Sonic Drift, which debuted on the Sega Game Gear. Now, that game featured only Sonic characters from all generations, and it looks like that this title will probably take that same approach. So in my opinion, it looks like it's a step backwards from Sonic All-Star Racing, which featured many different Sega characters, and till this day I find Sonic racing games much more superior to Mario Kart series. So you guys may flame me for that, but I really do love the Sonic racing games that the Mario Kart games doesn't have. So now what I can say is that the name Super Sonic Racing was the theme of Sonic R, and I would predict that maybe it would pretty much blend some of the elements from Sonic Drift and Sonic R. And what I mean by elements of Sonic R is pretty much the soundtrack of Sonic R, because Sonic R, most of their soundtrack had vocals in their music, which was pretty awesome. I think Sonic R had some of the best Sonic soundtracks to date. So if you want to take it from that point of view, I think it will have some Sonic All-Star Racing and Sonic Drift type of touch to it, and then it add the mixture of Sonic R soundtrack, which I would definitely sign up for that. So why would they go this direction instead of just continuing with the All-Stars approach? Now that we can definitely speculate for another video, but that pretty much wraps everything up for this video. So what are your thoughts on Super Sonic Racing? How about the pricing of Sonic Mania Plus? And what more can we expect from Sonic this year? So make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And this is Mugen Lord, and I am signing off. See you game fiends later. Peace out.